Good morning, you guys, and happy Monday. It is January 11th, which means it is the day before new release for DC. I am going to dive into all the new releases for DC, Marvel, and the indies that come out this week. Also, I do want to talk about Future State that came out last week and give a couple thoughts of what I thought of the books. But yeah, stay tuned. All right, you guys. So let me talk about Future State last week. So we had a new Harley Quinn. We had the next Batman #1. We had Swamp Thing #1. What else did we have? We had a couple. Oh, we had Wonder Woman #1, and we had Superman of Metropolis. So out of those, definitely I want to say Swamp Thing was my favorite. Second to that was going to be Wonder Woman #1. Swamp Thing was just nice because you got to see, I feel like we never get to see much of Swamp Thing by himself, so we got to see more of him with a bunch of new characters. And then with Wonder Woman, we get to see a whole different Wonder Woman separate from the Wonder Woman we know. This one is very flawed. Her character is interesting. It's kind of, the book itself was kind of funny, but loved it just to have a different feel of Wonder Woman. It might throw a lot of people off. I feel like this is all my opinion. Doesn't mean everybody else liked it. Like, for example, a lot of people weren't a fan of the next Batman. The next Batman, I feel like for it gonna be a short run, they left it kind of, the first issue kind of blah, you know? So hopefully they dive more into it in the next couple of issues. But the side stories that are in the back, I think my favorite out of the Future State Outsiders was honestly one of my favorite stories I read for Future State this week. The art style, the action scene between Katana at one point with the Magistrate was really good. The Magistrate, by the way, is the big bad for all of Future State. So yeah, I actually really like the Outsiders. I haven't had a chance to read Harley Quinn, which I heard from a couple friends that it was pretty good. Well, I've heard back and forth, but like I said, it's hard for a lot of people to even get into Future State because it's a short run for only 2 months. It's hard for people to get attached to it, but at the same time, I have a hard time accepting it. Versus me, I'm just for it because I want to switch up from all of the current things I've been reading. I kind of need like a break almost. So this is kind of refreshing. And plus you get new stories from characters you haven't seen. So like this week, ones I am really pumped for. Well, let's just talk about all the ones that are coming out. So, for the people who have been keeping up with American Vampire in 1976, I was about to say 4, because book 4 for that is coming out this week. And then I do like the B cover, which is kind of like a disco vibe. But yes, that will be out this week if you're following that. But now let's dive into some Future State stuff. So the Dark Detective #1 will be out this week, which I am definitely collecting because I need to see what happened to Bruce Wayne in this future setting. So that one's going to be adding to my list. Next to that, it's going to be Green Lantern #1. So I'm probably going to snag that one too, just because I get to see some of my favorite Green Lanterns all together. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm going to collect that one too. Justice League #1. And yes, I'm collecting that. Just because it is the new Future State Justice League, like the new characters that we popped in together as their version of Justice League, and I heard there's going to be a new kind of Flash that I want to read about. Yeah, everybody's kind of different for this Future State Justice League. And then the next one is going to be Kara Zor-El #1, which is Superwoman. Probably not going to collect that one. I've never been a huge fan of like the supers, like the Superman and woman, you know. I might miss out. And another one that will be out this week that I'm not exactly too sure if I'm going to add it to my own personal collection, but that's going to be Robin Eternal #1. Only because a Robin story by itself, I don't know, you know. I might like it, I might not. I think my curiosity will get me to buy it just because I do want to know which Robin this is. I do feel like it's going to be Damian Wayne after reading the last detective issue before this whole Future State thing, where I felt like it was mainly about Bruce Wayne and Damian. So I feel like the next, the Dark Detective will be what happens with Bruce Wayne. Robin Eternal will be more about Damian Wayne. We'll see. I could be wrong. I was wrong about the thing that happened last week. So, and then next to that is going to be Superman and Wonder Woman. Now, I might just buy this one for the cover. I might not actually read it because it's a B cover I do love of Wonder Woman and Superman together. So that one I might add to my list just for that. But the big DC one this week, I definitely feel like is going to be Teen Titans #1. And that is because Red X, which, as I feel like my generation, watching Teen Titans from, not Teen Titans Go, because I haven't, no, Teen Titans, we got to see that character make its appearance in the TV show, but now we finally get to see this character in the comic book world. So, and I feel like a lot of people are requesting this. Yeah, good luck if I even get myself an issue this week, so I'm still gonna try and snag it. We'll see what happens. And what I'm actually excited about that has nothing to do with Future State is Sweet Tooth #3. I actually really enjoyed the first and the second issue, and that one I can't wait for the #3. It's very different, dark, and I really enjoy the art style. So, yep, that's it for DC, but now let's dive into some more, and that's what I'm really excited about. But now that's it for DC, but now let's dive into some of the Marvel and indies. So the big one, well no, I shouldn't say the big one, but the next one on my list for Marvel is going to be The Amazing Spider-Man #57, which I'm starting to lose my hype for The Amazing Spider-Man because we've been having an issue every single week. So it's like, and here's another Spider-Man book. So that will be out this week as well. But for an indie that a lot of people have been asking about, which is Big Girls #6. And there's a couple covers for that one that I'll share both right here. And one that wasn't really heavily requested, but I kind of wanted to throw in there, and that's the Chris Claremont Anniversary Special #1, and I'll share those covers right here as well. Next one I personally wanted to throw in because I enjoyed the first issue, and that's going to be Erratic #2 finally comes out this week. So I'm just like, yes, let's see more of this little 15-year-old kicking butt. And one that I felt like has been pushed back for so long and is finally here, and that's Haha. So Haha #1 will be here. And yes, I will share those covers as well. I'm just going to speed through with some of these covers, just talking about the new releases, ones that I definitely enjoy. And after Haha, let's talk about Homesick Pilots #2. For me, I have #1. Haven't read it quite yet because my stacks are still stacks throughout my place. But I love the covers, so I'm definitely going to grab me a #2. Hopefully one day I'll read #1 and #2. And next to that is going to be one that a lot of people actually are collecting, and that is Immortal Hulk #42. And if you have been collecting the King in Black, we do have a couple more issues this week that will be out as well. The first one I'm going to talk about is going to be King in Black, Gundam vs. Carnage. So that will be out this week. And out of the Marvels, because I don't collect a lot of Marvels, that one I'm adding to my collection because I love Gwen Stacy, and I like everything they've done with Carnage. So I'm like, together, I will collect that. And after that one, which is another King in Black, is King in Black, Planet of the Symbiotes. Everybody makes fun of the way I say it. Whatever. But anyways, #1 of that will be out, and the A cover is pretty cool, but I'll share a couple of the covers for that one. And the only reason why I threw this one in here is because it's another King in Black. Not a lot of people have ordered it, but it might surprise you, and that is going to be King in Black Thunderbolts #1. So, and for your X-Men fans, we have a Marauders #17 that'll be out this week as well. And I threw this one on my list to talk about because I just found out this will be the final issue, and I'm very disappointed. So Red Mother #12, final issue. If you've read Red Mother, I don't know if it's been as frustrating for you as it has for me. Every single issue, you read it, you love it, but you don't really get anywhere. You don't see any dark, crazy, anything. The ending, you see a creature, and you're like, oh, it's going to be in the next issue. And every single issue is like that. I held out for 11 issues, so now we're here at 12 to find it's going to be the final issue. I'm like, darn you. So now that it's done, and there's probably going to be some kind of, I'm just like, dang. But good job. I love all the covers. I love all the red and white creepiness. Yes. But dang. So anyways, and the last one I do want to talk about is going to be Star Wars Darth Vader #9. So a lot of people are really digging the Darth Vader vibe. I don't blame them. I'm starting to dive into more of the whole Star Wars thing since of High Republic. My curiosity has been, sparked, and now I feel like I have to backtrack. Well, technically I really don't have to, since High Republic does take place in the past. So it's not like I'm really missing much. But anyways, and I lied, there is one more I do want to talk about because it does tie into the King in Black, and that's going to be Swords number 2. For the people who have been asking, that'll be out this week as well. But anyways, those were all the comics I do want to dive into that will be out this week for new release. I'm definitely excited for Future State and the couple things that are coming out this week added to my stack. But what I'm excited to dive into later today, this one of course, but I'll talk about that in a second. My friend Josh gave me all of these to read. It's called The October Fraction. He gave me 1 through 7, I think. This is 7. It looks like 7. Anyways, look at these covers. I just love this. If you don't know October Fraction, I don't know anything about it yet, but the covers look so cool. He said it's up my alley on my style of comics of reading. So, yes. Oh, heck yes. Like, do you not see this? So that's what I'm going to be diving into as soon as I get home. Yes, I'm excited to add more Future State stuff, but reading-wise, I need to catch up, and that's first on my list. Then I need to finish Plunge. But he also lent me this, Infinity by Marvel. Yes. And I do have another one of these in the mail, not for Infinity, but for Invincible, which I have to dive into as well. So my reading list is just crazy. But today is a reading day. I finally get to chill after traveling quite a bit, and I get to read all these books, so I'm definitely excited. Thank you again, Josh, for Infinity and the October Fraction. But yeah, you guys, those are all the things I want to talk about today, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to do that social media thing where you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.